In this video, we'll be showing you a few ideas for creating repeat effects for builds and fills. Starting with creating a repeated build by hand in Logic Pro 10. Here's a simple 8-bar drop section of a track that we're going to use to create a basic repeated build. First task is to copy all the regions and paste a second copy of the entire section straight after the first. Then either drag the right edges or split the regions to effectively delete everything after the first half bar. Copy and paste or duplicate this first half bar another 4 times so you get 5 of them in total, filling the first 2 bars of the build, with another repeat on the downbeat of bar 3. Shrink this last one down to a single beat and add another 3 copies of this shorter section to fill up the third bar with 4 repeated beats in total. For the final bar, we shrink the regions even further to half their size again, and create 4 16th note repeats. Then again to create a further 8 32nd note repeats. This fills up the remainder of the bar, but an alternative ending might be to place a heavily reverbed snare on the 4 of the last bar to bring in the subsequent drop. Repeated builds can sound even more dramatic with extreme tempo automation. To achieve this in live, go to the Master Channels parameters and choose the Mixer and Song Tempo options from the pop-up menus. Then set the values in the tempo range boxes to the song tempo in the left box, 128 BPM in this case, and 999 BPM, the maximum that Live will allow, in the right box. This dictates the range of values that Live displays in the automation display to the left. The red line at the bottom of the graph now represents our song tempo. Click on the line to create 2 automation nodes, one at the start of where you want the effect to begin, and one where you want to snap back to the original song tempo. Lift the second node up to the top of the graph. Then, hold down the Option key and push against the line to bend it into a curve. Lastly, select the pen tool, set the global quantize to 1 bar, then use the pen tool to draw a flat line at the bottom of the graph at the exact point you want to bring the song back to its original tempo. Finally, here's how to create fills with Cubase's Loop Mash effects. Available in Cubase since version 7.5, Loop Mash Effects is a version of Loop Mash that can be used as a standard plugin effect. To illustrate how it works, here's a project where the drums are just a single loop. Insert Loop Mash effects across the drum track by clicking on the track's insert slot and selecting Loop Mash effects from the Other category. Next, create a new MIDI track. Then, in the inspector, set the MIDI output routing to Drums, Ins1, Loop Mash Effects, MIDI In. If you play your MIDI keyboard now, you should see the performance key indicators at the bottom of the plugin window light up accordingly. Each key triggers a different effect, from repeats and stutters to reverse, vinyl and staccato effects. Set the track playing and record your input triggers to create fills at the right points. You can also use MIDI keystrokes to change the time base of the effects. The beauty of this is, it's easy to adjust the placement and length of your triggers after you've recorded them by editing them in the key editor, just like you would any other MIDI part.